What's going on, everybody? So it's another day, another few dollars. Got this beautiful thing with me. She's hanging out, but I'm gonna flip this around, show you what we got going on. Alright, so my battery decided to take a shit yesterday. I tested the alternator, checked out good, putting out good voltage. Battery had juice, but load, it failed, according to that guy, the load tester. So I needed to upgrade anyways to the yellow top Optima, just for the simple fact, running a winch. When I was using a winch on the wheeling adventure, it just almost killed my Jeep. So had the Jeep running, and yeah, it almost killed it. So I ended up going with this style's top post, but also it has two spots on the front side of it. I'm gonna mount my my winch cables to that to get them off the battery terminal cables. Alright, so every professional YouTuber always does the unboxing. Another thing I'm doing besides the battery set alone is I'm going to install this Rough Country drop pitman arm, since in this box there's some 7.5-inch Rubicon springs. And we're also going to install those because after the Rubicon rear leaf spring installed, I don't know, it seemed like it raised it up a lot higher. Alright, there we go. Big beefy springs. And then over here, after we get the front done, dialed in, everything, I'm going to be installing this also Rough Country suspension, rear Shackle Relocate brackets. This is going to basically go in like this side here. It's going to mount in there, you bolt it, then use your existing bolt for this guy. It's going to mount on the bottom like so. Then these holes you select, I'll probably run this one, your angle for your spring shackle, which we'll get into that when we install this. Hopefully I got enough camera memory, so it's going to be short clips. We'll get it done. Time to get to it. Alright, so got the jack stands under there, got the tires off. Next, we're going to undo the two shock bolts and the spring perch down there. Do that on both sides. That way you can drop your axle down, get your spring out, and get ready to install your new one. Alright, so basically almost totally dropped the whole axle. Only thing that's holding it on is damn adjustable track bar and that crossover drag link. Other than that, springs are out. I'm gonna start getting the new ones in, try to get this axle positioned to where I need it so I can adjust these lower control arms accordingly. Then I'm going to adjust those uppers. Like I set my degree angle on the axle so I could get the caster slash pinion angle, and go from there. So I got the Corex 4x4. Adjustable arms are adjusted. Springs are looking decent. Got the caster set slash pinion angle. She's looking good. I got it about right at 5 degrees. once I get everything set on the ground and everything, then I'll tighten up the control arms. But next, I got to do the drop pitman arm, so I get my steering ready to, adjust. I got to adjust that steering wheel. So I got to get my 5/8 reamer so I can ream it, since I did upgrade the steering to a crossover Steinjager steering. Alright, so I'm going to do a quick repair before I get this thing sitting on the ground. Back when I installed the new calipers back in September, towards the end of September, this bottom bolt hole that's on your spindle, well, steering knuckle, the threads are kind of jacked up, but I checked it, doing all the suspension work, but I checked it, and yeah, that bolt came loose. So I'm gonna drill it, tap it, and I'm gonna throw just a regular 5/16 Healy coil in it. I know they're metric, they're 8mm by 1.25, but I'm gonna probably just convert them all to a 5/16 bolt, grade 8 bolt, and that way this thing doesn't come loose, and the caliper flips up when you apply the brake. So I'm gonna get that fixed while I had the wheel off. Alright, so she's sitting on the ground. Don't mind the fenders. I got colored matched fenders I gotta put on there still. But it's sitting good. Got the track bar adjusted, which you guys see in should see in the video. One thing I don't like is that spring look like it's kind of bowed a little bit. I need to drive it, because after I break everything in, I'm going to readjust the front end. So got the drag link good, so the steering wheel is straight, so that's sitting good. And if you guys never worked with these Heim joints, they are tricky. Not really, it's pretty easy, but you definitely want to make sure that your Heims are clocked the same. Like if you see that one on the drop arm and that one, they're at the same angle, same as the one going from wheel to wheel. And that's how you want those to be. You don't want them one down and one up. That's just going to wear out your Heims. They ain't going to function properly and cause premature wear. Alright, so I'm jumping to the rear. As you see, I got the wheels off, got the shackles off, the springs dropped down. There's my shackles. This rough country kit, it's pretty much self-explanatory. If you guys get the rough country kit, it comes with all the instructions that you need. But only thing I would recommend, like, I'll hurry up and throw this in there. So if you guys drop your axle down to install this bracket kit, undo your shock from the axle, both sides, and as you're dropping it, watch your brake line over there. It's not stretched yet, but I'm maxed out. But that gave me all the room I needed, so I can get this guy in. Next, I'm gonna get that in here so I can bolt it, get everything tight, and then put the bottom bracket on and get my shackle ready to install, and do the same thing to the other side. I'll bring it back when I get it sitting on the ground. So as you see, shackles and Shackle Relocates, they are installed, both sides, and she's still sitting pretty good. I got the angle I need on the shackle, so it's a smoother ride. Also, you get more flex, because before, without the Shackle Relocates, I mean, they were straight up and down, you know, straight up and down. So gotta tighten the bolts on the shackle on the spring, because you want to set it on the ground so it sits on the ground with all its weight before you tighten those two nuts and bolts. So I'm gonna do that and call it a day. Alright, so the Speedo, you know, it's almost, well, it is not almost, but it's 5 off, so I'm really going, yeah, a little over 65, almost 70 mile an hour. But yeah, she's rolling good, nice and smooth. I got to straighten my steering wheel a little bit. It's off about, you know, a 16th or an 8th of a turn, so got to get that. All in all, I'm happy. You know, it's rolling good, smooth. Yeah, I did a lot of work in less than 8 hours, so not bad. Happy with the outcome, and yeah. Got some more stuff I got to do. Got to do an SYE build on my transfer case that I have. Not in the Jeep, but it's out of the Jeep. And I'm going to get that thing built so I can get that thing swapped over. So got some more bids coming up. Got to do exhaust manifold and the S-pipe and all that. So stay tuned. And yeah, happy Halloween.